force production. Let's talk about good old actin and myosin. These are the microfilaments that live inside the muscle fibers. We're not going to go into like crazy details about it, but understanding the concept will help you understand how a muscle is going to produce force. See, force production is strength. So the sliding filament model, in essence, is myosin reaching out and connecting to an actin, and then pulling on it. You could visualize this as like a rock climber who's reaching out to a different handhold, and their hand is like myosin and the handhold is like the actin. Let's expand on this concept of being a rock climber. Do you think it's easier to pull yourself up if the handhold is at your full distance, if it's incredibly close to you, or if it's sort of in like a mid-range distance? There's probably a certain distance that is actually ideal for you as a climber. Now let's get even crazier. Let's imagine that your hand actually had more fingers. I mean, like, what if I had like a double hand like this? And it reached in multiple directions. So I've got fingers on both sides of my hand. And then when you could reach out to a handhold, let's say that there's multiple handholds, and I could actually reach on with one limb and it grabs onto two. I know this is like crazy sci-fi craziness, but could you imagine having a better purchase and being able to pull much better? This is the essence of what's called cross bridges. So humans have a cap. One myosin can connect to 6 actin with cross bridges. You'll get stronger and produce more force when you start to develop more cross bridges between your myosin and actin. And you develop more effective placements of those bridges, which is like the length. This is going to increase the force of the contraction and potentially the speed of the contraction. Also, your myosin is going to get thicker as well. Think about grabbing something with your whole hand versus just sort of like grabbing it with your fingertips. So these are adaptations that end up producing force. We need a baseline force production to actually just cause motion. If you could turn on your whole muscle, but the weight of the limb or the item you're trying to actually lift is heavier than the force production of your muscle, it's not going to happen. You won't be able to produce the motion. So to recap, we need to be able to first turn on the muscle. We need to turn on the right muscle and not the antagonist. And we need to have enough force in the muscle to do the job we want. Now we're actually producing motion.